The great Silkovsky once said, one could count 1,000,000 billion suns in the known universe. So why do we deny other intelligent beings? It is said, if they were out there, they would have visited Earth.
Atomic Heart 2E is the sequel of a very interesting first-person shooter RPG game released some years ago. That was a very unique experience, with some problems, but still really fun. Its sequel is being developed by the studio Mundfish, and is planned to be released in some moment of 2026 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows. The Atomic Heart sequel brings you back to the retro-futuristic universe, full of new characters and dangers.
There is. Maybe they will visit us. But time has not come yet for this. The dawn of a new era. The era of Atomic Heart 2.
This city is a miracle-balanced machine.
Clockwork Revolution is an interesting FPS story game developed by the studio Inxile Entertainment. Xbox Game Studio. It's confirmed to Xbox Series XS and Windows, but a PlayStation 5 version is not far-fetched, especially considering how Xbox is publishing games lately. Embark on a grand adventure in the steampunk metropolis of Avalon, wielding an incredible invention that allows you to travel into the past and influence key events, altering the course of history. A game that reminded me of BioShock Infinite for its visual style and a storyline that seems to be of a big importance too.
There is nowhere in space or time where I will not destroy you.
Oh no. What did I do?
Ferocious is a new single-player first-person shooter with dinosaurs, set in modern days, but in a reality where dinosaurs are still a reality in Island. Immerse yourself in a survival FPS adventure. Stranded on a dangerous island, face mercenaries, dinosaurs, and a vibrant yet hostile ecosystem. Explore breathtaking environments and survive the onslaught of intense, fast-paced encounters. The game is being developed by the studio OMYOG, and it's confirmed to Windows, but an Xbox Series XS and PlayStation 5 version is aimed to be released too. So if you like dinosaur games, this one looks interesting. Borderlands 4 is the next adventure of the beloved universe of Borderlands. The game is being developed by the studio Gearbox Software, and it'll be released on Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 2, and Microsoft Windows, and the game got a release date already. That is September 12th, 2025. You probably know the series already, but if you don't, it's a looter-shooter series set in a first-person camera with a unique and charismatic graphic style, and it's always been a success since the first game of the series.
The only shopping channel with no delays, no refunds, and no paperwork whatsoever. Today we're presenting you with a brand new line of home essentials. Don't wait too long, they're going fast. Feeling the heat? Not anymore. The Cool D's Cold Steam Applier just hit the market. Say goodbye to sticky cheese crumbs. With this portable freezer, your meat and dairy will stay preserved until the end of time. Order now. Buy two, pay for three. Hot off the press. A must-have for every modern...
Mouse PI for Hire is a story first-person shooter mixed with investigation in the world of Mickey Mouse. Join private investigator Jack Pepper on a guns-blazing, jazz-fueled adventure. The game combines the charm of hand-drawn rubber hose animation inspired by the classic cartoons of the 1930s with the adrenaline and action of an explosive first-person shooter. The studio developing the game is Fumi Games, and it's planned to be released still in 2025, but with no release date yet. And it's confirmed to Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, and Windows.
Introducing Clean D's Automatic Turpentine Cleanser. With our Automatic Turpentine Cleanser, you wipe, swipe, clean, and shine every inch of your front yard. Order now. Limited stock available. Tired of feeling invisible? Grab yourself a brand new Mind D's Self-Aware Attitude Changer. Without a device at hand, making friends becomes mind-blowingly easy. You don't need to strain your brain. Mind D will do the thinking for you. Don't think, order before you come to your senses. Wishlist now, and we'll ring your bell when they're ready.
Painkiller is a new game of a classic first-person shooter series, and now it returns in great style with a fast-paced, brutal co-op first-person shooter experience with nice graphics and stylish visuals. The studio developing the game is Anshar Studios, and it's planned to be released still in 2025 but with no official release date yet. But it's confirmed to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The classic Painkiller series is back. Battle through purgatory in fast-paced co-op action, wielding infernal weapons against relentless demonic hordes. A game that shall be interesting for you, fan of the Battlefield 6 is finally a new version of this classic series. So far we don't have much information about it, but it shall be released still in 2025 or 2026.
I wish I hadn't come here for this. I found them.
Instinction is a new first-person survival game set in a mix of prehistoric and modern world. Experience an action-adventure full of prehistoric animals, set in the heart of a lost Mesoamerican land cut off from the world by the rift. Survive a mysterious organization and ancient creatures to restore stability and unravel one of the most intriguing stories of modern times. The game is being developed by the studio Hashbane Interactive and is coming out to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. Probably still in 2025, and shall be one of the most realistic video games about dinosaurs so far.
After all this death, if you had the chance,
The Midnight Walkers is an online first-person shooter set in the famous Extraction mode, where the players will fight against other players and also zombies. That will be the core of the gameplay. The studio developing the game is One Way to Kid Studio, and it's only confirmed to Windows for now, and is planned to be released still in 2025, but with no official date yet. Survivors must explore the Mega Liberty Grand Center, scavenging for gear while fending off relentless hordes of zombies. Craft weapons, armor, and consumables, or trade items with other players through the dark web-based marketplace to secure even stronger equipment.
Good evening, Noah. Having trouble sleeping again? Your cortisol levels are elevated. Something's interfering, detecting temporal anomaly. Processing environmental data. Memory patterns.
Cthulhu the Cosmic Abyss is a story-driven, first-person game of Cthulhu. It's being developed by the studio Big Bad Wolf, and it's aimed to be released in 2026 to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. A mining station in the Pacific Abyss is no longer responding. As an investigator of the occult, unravel the mysteries of the deep. Test your wits and sanity in this thriller inspired by the Master of Providence. A game that promises to bring us an atmospheric and immersive world, with a deep story developing mysterious events, all that with beautiful and realistic graphics.
Focus on my voice. Vital signs critical. Stay with me, Noah. Noah, the knowledge, it's beautiful.
Guns, action, glory. If that's why you joined SWAT, wake the hell up.
911. What is your emergency?
You're not here to pull the trigger and ask questions later.
We've got reports of a number of armed individuals.
You must follow the rules of engagement.
We need to bring as many suspects back as we can.
Hostage situations.
Ready or Not is an insane, realistic co-op SWAT game. And yes, It was released in 2023, but only on PC, and now it's already confirmed that the game is also coming out to Xbox Series XS and PlayStation 5. It was developed by the studio Void Interactive, and the version to the consoles got no release date yet, but it's believed to be still in 2025. An intense, tactical, first-person shooter that depicts a modern-day world in which SWAT police units are called to defuse hostile and confronting situations. So if you like extremely realistic first-person shooter games, especially to play with friends, this one will be an amazing experience.
Flashing it.
Does that feel like glory to you? We're not cowboys. We are not heroes. We are the last line of defense. Are you ready?
New scout. How do you like your cell, inmate?
What kind of prison is this?
A rare. We need you to retrieve it for study. Well done, folks. Your sentence has been reduced by 100 days.
Luna Abyss is a single-player first-person shooter set in a futuristic world. The game is being developed by the studio Bonsai Collective, and it's coming out to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows, but there's no release date. It's a fast-paced FPS with platforming challenges and a combat in the bullet hell style, with fast action moments and a fluid gameplay. In the game, we'll follow the journey of Fox, a prisoner of Luna, caught between a cryptic prophecy and their prison sentence. So fans of fast-paced FPS games like Doom, this one looks promising. Aila is an interesting upcoming first-person survival horror set in a futuristic world. The game is being developed by the studio Pulsatrix Studios and is coming out to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows, but there's no release date yet, but it shall be released in 2025 or 2026. A first-person horror game set in a near future filled with immersive technology. Play as the sole game tester for a revolutionary new fictional AI. Survive intense horror experiences that prey on your deepest fears as the lines between virtual and reality begin to blur. The art of the game looks really good, so I want to see the final version.
Shepkowski calling on a recorded line. I can't tell you everything over the phone, but you need to come down here tonight, please. 6 p.m.
Compound Fracture is a dinosaur first-person shooter game that resembles classic games like Turok, and also reminded me of Dino Crisis. That was really fun too. The game is being developed by the studio Eteria Games, and it's confirmed only to Windows, at least in the start, but there's no official release date yet. In the forests of an untouched planet, there's a lone installation. Dimly lit bunkers and offices lay empty, while distant cliffside structures cast shadows on the waves below. Heavy footsteps echo through abandoned hallways. all with a retro visual style that looks really fun.
I'm sorry, Enforcer. I didn't know who else to call.
Your target is in possession of a radioactive device. Stop Carrington's attack at all costs. Good luck, Agent.
I always knew I had an instinct. I was wrong.
Welcome to Garden City, where it's a pleasant 23 degrees all day, every day.
No location.
Local forces are also tracking his whereabouts.
Perfect Dark is a new game of this classic series. The original game was released in 2000, 25 years ago, and it'll be a huge first-person shooter. It's being developed by a new Xbox studio, The Initiative, and will be released on Xbox Series XS and Windows. PlayStation 5 version could be confirmed, but not so far, and there's no release date yet. Secret agent thriller set in a near-future world of spies, technology, and secrets. The gameplay looks fluid and open, with a fun freedom to explore and discover new ways to deal with the objectives. So I'm curious to see the final version of the game.
On the life we think we know, find the truth. Scan's clear. I'm going in blind.
Carrington!
Damn it!
Agent Stark, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Who's ready for a bit of fun then?
Killing Floor 3 is the next game of this beloved horror FPS series. The game is being developed by the studio Tripwire Interactive, and it's coming out to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows, and the game was supposed to be released in March of 2025, but it was postponed, and now there's no release date yet, maybe still in 2025. The series is known for being extremely fun to play with friends. Yes, it's a sort of co-op game with a lot of personality. The graphics looks really good, looks immersive and fluid, and promises to be a great experience, with a lot of content, such as missions, weapons, enemies, and much more.
Your time is running out.
This place is a womb where we grow our future.
Your weapons fail. Your ammunition runs low.
And you've yet to see our most beautiful creation. All you have is your hatred and your individuality.
System Shock 2 25th Anniversary Remaster is obviously the remaster of a classic first-person sci-fi game released in 1999. The original game is a genre-defining experience that established innovative gameplay mechanics that are a staple of the FPS and RPG genre today. Survive the wretched corridors of the Von Braun. Your training has prepared you for this. The studios developing the remaster are Night Dive Studios, Looking Glass Studios, and Irrational Games, and it's coming out in June 25th, 2025 to Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, and Windows. So if you missed the classic game, the remaster should be really fun.
Subject 1473. The connection to the project has been established. Compliance confirmed.
Voidbreaker is a fast-paced roguelite first-person shooter game. It's being developed by the studio Stubby Games, and it's planned to 2025 with no release date yet. But even before the early access version will be available, only on PC, but the final version will also be available on Xbox Series and PlayStation 5. Fight relentless machines driven by a hostile AI. Escape an endless cycle. Craft infinite weapon variants with deep gun modding. Forge deadly synergies. Carve your way out through enviro destruction. All that with a fast-paced gameplay that will make you feel like a super soldier. The Lost Wild is a new dinosaur game with exploration, combat, and horror. The studio developing the game is Great Ape Games, and there's no release date yet, but it's only confirmed to Windows for now. Maybe in the future there will be a version to the consoles. You are stranded in a violent primal world. Your survival depends on mastering its rhythms and anticipating its dangers. A mysterious voice on the radio seems to offer a glimmer of hope. With their help, make your way through the facilities and piece together the story of how this came to be. Judas is a new story-driven first-person shooter by the legendary creator of BioShock series. The game is being developed by the studio Ghost Story Games, and it's confirmed to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. It was supposed to be released in March of 2025, but it was postponed, and now there's no official date yet, but shall be released still in 2025. The game will follow the same idea of BioShock, a game with a fun gameplay, good combat, but the biggest feature of the game are the universe and story that in BioShock was pretty insane, and here's going to be set in a similar style. So you fan of BioShock, this one got to be in your list.
Slowly. You don't even know what's happening. But I'm here to set you free. Whether you like it or not.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is the new episode of this beloved series. Originally, Metroid is a Metroidvania game, but the Prime series is actually a FPS. The last Prime game was released a long time ago, and the hype is real for the new game. The gameplay looks really good, fluid and fast, and the graphics looks nice, and I believe it's going to be even better on Nintendo Switch 2. The game is being developed by the studio Retro Studios, Nintendo, and is coming out in some moment of this year, 2025, to Nintendo Switch, and surely Nintendo Switch 2 when it's released. Marathon is the returning of a really old first-person shooter. It's going to be an online extraction shooter game. Developed by Savvy Studio of first-person shooter games, the studio Bungie, creators of Halo series, and also Destiny. The game is coming out in September 23rd, 2025 to PlayStation 5 and Windows. So if you like PvPv first-person shooter games, take a look at this one. At least the studio is legendary, so this may surprise the players.
Death. The end of all things. But the dream is not over. My dream. Yours. Now. Run.
Dying Light the Beast is a new action-adventure with horror game. If you know the series, you know what to expect, but it's a game set in a first-person style. You're in a place that's been struck by a zombie infestation. You must survive and fight them with all you've got, all types of weapons, vehicles, and more. The gameplay is really nice, with a fast movement style and insane parkour skills. The game is being developed by the studio Techland, and it's coming out on August 21st, 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows, and is a game that the fans of the first game should keep an eye out for.
I don't care how high his walls are, or how big his army is. That fucker will pay for what he did to me. All the years he took from me, all the agony he put me through.
You want revenge?
Damn right I do!
Journey and bring us richness and freedom. But what's the value of human freedom if it's to face hell? This way.
The Mound Omen of Cthulhu is a new co-op first-person shooter set in the stories of Cthulhu. It's developed by the Studio Ace team and is aimed to be released still in 2025 to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. In up to 4-player co-op, form a group of explorers searching for treasure. In this cursed jungle, danger is everywhere and monstrous creatures alter reality. Stay clear-headed and tame the jungle before it devours you. A game that mixes horror, cooperation, and mysteries, and shall be really fun to play with friends.
It's here. Whoa, what is this thing? Oh, no. I scared me. I'm sure they're about to attack. Yeah, I'm sure.
What the hell? Yeah, crazy.
I'm coming to help. I need backup too. Guys, I'm lost. Where are you? Oh, not again. I can't hear it. What did you do with the lock? Sorry. Oh.
Many people believe that we have a purpose, as if we had been brought to Tartarus for some reason. Even themselves. Trust me, emissary. Will is the only thing that matters. It creates the hunger.
Pioner drops players into a grim world where survival hinges on exploration, crafting, and smart resource management. As an MMO FPS, it offers both PvE missions and intense PvP zones, with unique crafting mechanics, hundreds of weapons, and a deep story to explore. The studio developing the game is GFA Games, and it's confirmed to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows, and it's planned to be released still in 2025. A game that mixes a fun first-person shooter combat with an MMO experience, but with quests and a storyline to follow, but also combat zones with the PvP fights.